Welcome. So we're going to answer this question before us. It says there are two events, A and B, in a sample space. An incomplete probability table or Karnoff map shows some of the probabilities for the possible outcomes in the sample space. So here is our Karnoff map here. Using this information, we can conclude which of the following. So as you can see here, it's asking like, well, is the probability of A plus the probability of B 0.6? Is the intersection of these two 0.2? So it's quite clear that the first thing that we need to do is just fill this in. We immediately know that in our bottom right-hand corner, it's going to be 1 because all the probabilities together have to equal 100%. So that means this one here would be 0.5, this here would be 0.1, this would be 0.1, this would be 0.4, and this would be 0.8. Double checking all those add up, that looks good. Okay, the first one is saying the probability of A plus the probability of B is 0.6. Well, the probability of A is 0.2, and the probability of B is 0.5, and that's going to equal 0.7. So they are not equal to each other. That is incorrect. Probability of A and B are mutually exclusive. Now, what does it mean to be mutually exclusive? What that means is that the probability of A intersection of B is equal to 0. The way to think about this, mutually exclusive events are like two Venn diagrams that don't overlap. There are no places in which they intersect. Now, look here, the probability of A intersection of B is 0.1, so it's not equal to 0, it's in fact equal to 0.1. So that is also off the table. Next one, the probability of A intersection of the complement of B. Well, that's 0.1, so that doesn't work, they're not equal to each other. Get rid of that. A and B are independent. Okay, what does independent mean? Independent means the probability of A times the probability of B is equal to their intersection. Okay, so the probability of A is 0.2. The probability of B is 0.5. And we know that the intersection is 0.1. Now, this is a true statement. That's true. You know, 0.2 times 0.5 is 0.1. So therefore, our answer is going to be D. Now, if you are a betting person, you wouldn't even examine the last one, but I would really encourage you to check all the options just in case you've made a mistake somewhere. And this one's a really good one to go through as well, because it's asking us to find the union of something when you've been given a Karnoff map, and people normally find this a tricky skill. But all you're doing is using the addition principle, which tells us that the complement of A plus B will be then subtract their intersection from each other. So it's just the addition rule or the addition principle there. Now, the complement of A is 0.8. The probability of B is 0.5, and we're subtracting their intersection, which would be 0.4. Now, this shouldn't be equal to 0.8. If it is, we're in some real trouble, people. All right, 0.8 plus 0.5 minus 0.4. That looks like it's going to be 0.9. It is 0.9. So therefore, that is also not true. That is not equal to 0.8. Perfect. That's how you'd approach that question. Hopefully that made sense. Again, I really like probability questions, and hopefully you do too. I'll see you in the next one.